I don't know. Of course, this is a historical report. So, truly now they have all fallen asleep. I guess you know that. They are not physically with us again. All those 500 men have all fallen asleep. But there's a spiritual understanding to that. You see, whenever we come for Mass, Jesus appears to us anew. Anew. So each of us here today have become the men who are still alive, who have seen the appearance of the Jesus who is risen. Each Mass is an encounter with Jesus who is alive. So these words are still correct in the sense that you are here, we are the new believers who can still see the risen Lord, even in communion, even the people who are sitting here with us. Now to the first reading again. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting upon a throne. This is the call of the prophet Isaiah. Some call it Isaiah. Both are correct. Isaiah, we know he is saying that when one king died, his life started. So look at that. When somebody's life was ending, his life was beginning. I think that is not new to us at all. As we are here, people are being born, people are dying. Somebody has to leave a scene for someone to come alive. It's part of the Christian life. That once in a while, you have to think about the fact that you will not be on the scene forever. You have to leave the stage for others to come on stage. The death of Uzziah was the departure from the stage for Isaiah to come on the stage. Indeed, some people have to leave the stage for us to be here today. But think about that we shall all leave the stage at one point or the other. Now let's talk about the gospel, which is much, much closer to us. The boats. Jesus goes to the Sea of Galilee, here mentioned as Gennesaret. It's the same thing. It's called the Sea of Galilee, or has to call the Sea of Gennesaret. And then he saw two boats. He has to decide which one to use. He chooses the one belonging to Simon Peter, our good friend. I don't know what criteria Jesus used that morning, afternoon, I don't know that criteria. But he felt that he needed Simon's boat for that morning's duty, to preach. Jesus might need your boat this month, this year, even now. He needs a platform to speak. Not just a platform, actually a huge platform. Even your heart for Jesus is a platform for him. Our hearts are the boats now he's looking in to sit in. Our hearts are the boats now Jesus is looking as platforms to speak. Our hearts. But then he needs some platform. He might choose yours. Just as he chose Peter's. After choosing Peter's boat, Peter helped him to go a bit more to the sea to preach. And then he preaches. And then he is done. Then comes the reward. See, they say there's one weakness of God. God, we know, is everything. But there's one thing he cannot do. He can't afford to owe you. That's only God's weakness. He can't afford to owe you. Once you give him something, he gives you back, not even just once, but sometimes 1,000-fold. So Peter has been having given his boat to Jesus. He pays him back. So if today, this night, if this month, this week, you want to give your heart to God as your boat, be ready for a surprising catch. Be ready for an abundant catch. Be ready for something new to your life. It comes like that. He takes your boat, he takes your heart, and gives something more than your heart. Now, Peter is told to go after everything to make a catch, and he does. He makes a miracle. The fish is too many for him to put on in his boat. And then we hear that Peter now beckons the second boat. This one, if you don't listen, if you don't get it, there are two boats there. Don't forget. Jesus chose only one. Now this boat, Jesus has given to Peter, is near sinking, the Bible says. And then Peter, being a good man, listen, the second boat that Jesus never sat in, he invited them to also come and enjoy. Come and enjoy the catch. You too, come. I don't know whether you can do what Peter did. Sometimes we want to keep everything in our boat. After all, it is my money. After all, it is my wife. After all, it's my husband. After all, it's my children. After all, it's my business. He didn't contribute. The second boat didn't contribute to Jesus' preaching. It was just there. He chose one, left it behind. And here, with the catch of fish, many, Peter has made the second boat that was never used to also benefit from the same blessings. Maybe Jesus wants you this week. Let others benefit from your boat. People who are not even contributing to any part of your life, they want to be part of it. Invite them. Share your blessings, your joys, your happiness. Share. Sharing is a word. Month of February is here. Sharing is a word. Peter wasn't selfish. He called the second boat, and they also come to enjoy, fill their boats, and the two boats are sinking. Which means that even if there were a third boat there, you have invited them on. That's the spiritual meaning. They're ready to invite as many boats as possible to be filled. Let us not be selfish Christians, keeping things to ourselves. Invite other boats to enjoy the blessings of God in your life. Invite other boats to enjoy whatever message you are hearing, whatever experience, spiritual experience. Share it. Is it a rosary that you are benefiting from? Share it. Is it a divine message you are benefiting from? Share it. Share your spiritual life with others. That is the import of Peter inviting the second boat to come and be part of that blessing that morning. Now the last part. When they had seen all this and this huge catch, you might think that the people are going to go and sell and then get the money and then he comes. Jesus says he leaves everything and then he follows Jesus. The Bible says everything. But let me take you back a bit. In Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 to 22, we are told that when Jesus had met Peter first and these four disciples, they were four, the same four, he had called them to follow him and they left and followed him. That day they left their boats. But it happened that somehow they went back to fishing. So this is actually the second time Jesus is calling Peter. Second time. Sometimes we all have this first touch, first love, first encounter. And then your life seems to be changing. You seem to enjoy this Christian life. You are benefiting. Then somehow your life is now changing again. You are losing your spiritual benefits. You are losing that encounter you had with God before. You are going back to fishing. You have gone for confession. You thought that this thing was over with you. And here are you now saying, find yourself in the same situation, the same bad habit, the same difficult situation. Even sickness has come back. And you are wondering, why am I going back fishing? Life can take you back fishing at times. Peter went back fishing. Jesus had to come and call him a second time to come. And this time, because he meant to follow Jesus, he left not just the boat, but everything. Everything. We pray that this week, when Jesus invites us to leave behind our habits, which we are enjoying, our pleasure, our wealth, our popularity, whatever you call it, something you enjoy, be ready to leave it and let in Jesus. May the story of these disciples encourage us to also give our boats to Jesus, be ready for that wonder catch of life. Amen.